But I want to say that the young people today have not known what we have today. They've not known victory. And I want all of those who are older than 20 to salute the courage, the dedication, and the spirit of those who have fought without understanding that victory can be possible. Because that's a very important lesson to learn. When you win, you can fight for a lifetime. I want everyone to know that today we won together, collectively as a university. But with victory comes responsibility. We now have the responsibility to do as they said in Chile, imponen la verdad. So I'm going to end by saying that the next person who's going to speak is one of my heroes. I've been working here a number of years and I never could have dreamed that this would have taken place. And I want to salute this young woman who is truly a masterful mind, a person who's been one step ahead of the opposition at every juncture, who's been absolute clarity, absolute wisdom, absolute force, absolute fierceness, absolute kindness, absolute strategic guidance. One of our leaders, one of our warriors, one of our symbols, one of our best shining examples of what all of us together could become. Fan,
Thank you, Professor Widener, for that beautiful introduction. You got me. I was already nervous, and now I'm like emotional nervous, and so this is going to be a lot harder to get through. I think that today is a beautiful day. Like seeing you all and all your faces is just so beautiful right now. Very similar to how beautiful we looked on Wednesday when we walked out of that teach-in. I kind of just wanted to touch upon the fact that, you know, these past 2 weeks we've been talking about campus climate, and I want to connect that to the concept of accessibility and affordability of higher education. And, you know, when we get here, we need to feel comfortable here, right? And these budget cuts and these fee increases are not really making that happen. One of the things I wanted to touch on was the departments and the programs that validate me and validate my people are being highly put at risk through these budget cuts. And in the meeting today, they were trying to tell me that, you know, ethnic studies and critical gender studies and African American studies and the CLAW program don't work towards diversity more than other programs do. And I was just, I think that's complete bullshit, right? I think administration needs to take an ethnic studies class for sure. But I think people need to understand that there's a larger issue behind all of this, you know, like we do need to be validated in the work that we do in academia, and I don't think that they're prioritizing that at all at this university and throughout the UC system, and that the experiences and perspectives of people is being washed away through these cuts and through these fee increases. But I definitely think that when we stand in solidarity and when we all work together to make these changes, changes does happen. And yeah, they were like taking pictures of us signing documents in there. Because this is historic. You know, this university hasn't made actions in so long, and it's sad that, you know, a situation as bad as what happened 2 weeks ago and what's happened in these past 2 weeks had to happen in order for them to open up their eyes to the reality that is this university. I also wanted to talk about, if this is okay, I'm just going on and on, but I also want to talk about what it means to be historically underrepresented on this campus. I want to talk about, I come here to be a student, but the reality is I'm not a student first, I'm an activist first. And I think the university really needs to understand that, I come here to be a student, not for, of course, through the love for my community, I'm going to continue to fight for my community and for them to have a space here, but that shouldn't be my #1 priority here at the university. Should be fighting for my community to be here and for all of our communities to be here. Budget cuts, that's going to be further diminished as well because, part of validating yourself is being a leader on this campus and pulling up those who are coming after you up. And is that going to happen if I have to pick up extra hours for a job off campus to make up the money that I'm going to need to pay that 32%? So I think they need to look at the larger issue about, activists being built on this campus and us retaining each other on this campus. And how these budget cuts and these fee increases are going to affect that. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Sanchez.